Because, to fix that?
Yes, to fix that. And that's why I said current elderly leaders don't have the courage to ensure that black lives change. And they change immediately. Because as an entrepreneur, firstly, one of the things we're also calling for in the aggressive implementation of Black Economic Empowerment, including the Preferential Procurement Policy Framework Act, and also ensuring that we even employ more black people in the civil servants. We are also saying we should criminalize racial profiling from the banks and credit bureaus. I mean, Gareth, it's just unfortunate.
Why?
Because you get a preferred rate as compared to me. If you're an entrepreneur,
yes, as a white guy.
Yes.
Okay.
If you apply for insurance for a house, like even the repo rate, you might see that it's 10.7.
Repo rate is 7%.
Yeah, 7%.
Yes.
Sorry, 7%.
Yeah.
At 7%, you'll still get a preferred rate than I am on the basis of race. So you'd pay a lesser rate from an interest rate.
Do we know that?
We know that for a fact. There's a lot of reports, including medical aid. You'd get a preferred rate. I'd pay much more with regards to medical aid.
Even though you might earn more than me.
Absolutely. On the basis of, that's why CBS McKaiser always spoke about white privilege. White privilege still exists in our government. Do you know we even have ministers that are blacklisted? And I don't understand how do they walk around with courage that they are blacklisted themselves and they can't put a foot down from the National Credit Regulator. You look at Section 2 of National Credit Regulator, you look at Section 2 of the PIC Act. All those tools are there to empower us, and we are still in poverty. So you ask yourself, there was a guy who commented on the previous video when I was interviewing the same subject. He said, if 7.2% of our population is white people and the majority is blacks, what are your leaders doing about it? And you are right. People that are policy makers must decisively, aggressively, and affirmatively, unapologetically implement that. You look at the Hartebees program, how it was built. It was the question of white poverty to say, let's build this infrastructure to ensure that it was an EPWP of that time. So we are saying now, through the Public Procurement Act, there's something called set aside, whereby you can set aside certain things and aggregate tenders. Because currently, as economic spectators, I was making an example about, it's probably not a good example, but the lotto. You look at the lotto, how much is going to be made over 5-7 years. If that was aggregated, how many black people would have benefited? Imagine the lotto in Limpopo is controlled by an entrepreneur and some other ones that are subcontracted, like that in Eastern Cape, in Western Cape. A lot of people would be involved in the economy. Then there's another project which we have written to the mayor. Here in Johannesburg, there's a project called Southern Farms. It's a 27 billion rand project, and one company has won that. Is it right in 2025